Hello, 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 everyone. It is Teresa from Teresa's Spot for Art, where I love sharing art from my heart and celebrating fun Halloween. So, yes, it is that time of year again. It is Halloween. Last year I did my Halloween series from October 1st to October 31st. I felt like I was a little late. I felt like I was a little rushed. Okay, so this year, it's not 31, it's only 13, and I'm backing it up to today. And we are going to do 13 days of Halloween ornaments. And today is day one. Day one, everyone. We are decoupaging. Ooh, they're buried in here. Oyster shells with a couple of things. I have napkin. I have my printable, if you want to use the printable that comes with this video. And then, I don't know if you can see, but I have printed this on rice paper. So we can use rice paper as well. You can use anything you want. You can use wrapping paper. You can use tissue paper. You can use printables. You can use packaging. Whatever you want, whatever your heart desires. I'm just going to show you how we can decoupage on these oyster shells that I get right down the road from my home and make them your own. Plus, I got a special download for you guys. This is a 7-page PDF. You can find it. I'll pop the link up there. It is 30 plus rings. Oh, they're out of order, but that's okay. To make a Halloween paper chain countdown. Isn't that adorable? So we're going to be making this. I don't know that I'm going to make this live. It's just cutting and then making circles and gluing it together. I may make this live if, I don't know. However, I will put the link in here to this printable. All right. So that's the countdown paper chain. So let me show you what I have here. I got two because I couldn't decide. They were both fairly inexpensive. That one was $5. So I'll show you the $5 one first. I got this $5 one from the Home Depot. I like it a little better, but it's not as tall. Okay? And so I didn't think it was going to work. So let me move this here. And then, look how cute it is. And we'll put that paper chain on here. We'll see. But you get the gist of it. I could go in here and do this whole thing. It's pretty decent size. It needs to be fluffed and unfolded and blah, blah, blah. I may do it. I may not. I don't know if I'm using this one, but it's a nice one. It's from Home Depot. It was only $5. I'm not a Home Depot affiliate yet. And so, you do you. All right. And it would take some time for me to get all the branches out the way they need to be. But it's for the $5, maybe $5.95, I don't remember. It's a decent black tinsel Halloween tree. Okay. I'm going to put that one aside. Now, this one I think was $10. This is from the Target. Also, not a Target affiliate yet. Okay. This one has lights. Oh no, this one has lights and a timer. One thing I'm missing though, which I don't see right now, is the base for this one. I wonder if it's missing. It's not in the box, right? This seems like it's supposed to go in something. And I don't know what. Let me see. Oh, nope, box is empty. I hope I don't have to return it and get a new one because that would be a bummer. But let's see. Maybe it's somewhere. So I'm going to start unfolding these. This one lights up. It needs batteries in the battery pack. And I'm just going to unfold this and come down there. This is a pretty nice one too. It's a little taller than the other one. It's lit, but it's not sparkly like tinsel. Okay? But I do like it. And again, this will take some time to fluff up. I have to figure out where the base is, if it was missing. Maybe somebody took it and then returned it. I don't know. But whatever. I'll figure it out. Not your problem. Not your problem. Okay? But I am going to now put this aside. Okay? And we will get to our ornaments. So I have this, and I'm going to just stick this here for now. Okay? How's that? And we're going to get to our ornaments. Okay, let me clean up my mess here. All right. turn you guys around. And here we go. So let me get my mat. So I have out my decoupage mat. I have this printable for you guys, and I have a supply list. Okay. Then I got these. This is a trim bundle, a Halloween trim bundle from Michaels. These are on sale, you guys, for $5. 25 yards of assorted trim. Rickrack, ribbon, printed ribbon, lace, all kinds of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to put that over there for now. I'm going to get out my ornaments. And I have 1, 2, 3. All right. You have the printable. And then I just made a video showing you how to print onto rice paper. Okay. How to get stuff transferred onto rice paper. So I have that too. And then I have my napkin. So I'm going to see which one I want to do where. He's cute. I might do him on there. So let me cut this out. And put that aside. Now I have this rice paper one. I like the ghost, so I'm going to use the ghost with the rice paper on this one. Put that over there. And then I guess the middle one I will use the napkin on. And let's see, what part of the napkin do I want to use? I think I like this part. So I'm just going to cut around here. Okay. I'm going to do the napkin first. I'm going to open my Mod Podge. Let me get a chat open. So today is day 1 of 13 days of Halloween ornaments. If you missed the beginning, I opened up 2 trees. I got a tree from Home Depot and I got a tree from Target. I think the tree from Target is missing the base. I have to check it out. And we're going to do 3 ornaments. I'm going to do one with the printable that I provided for you guys. Then I put the printable on rice paper. And now I have a napkin. And I'm just going to get a little Mod Podge. This is my Mod Podge brush. And I'm going to paint it, brush it in here. Now you have to be careful when working with the napkins because they're very, I don't know, they're not strong. They're napkins. This one has already been separated. So I took the backing off. I had this with my stuff. So a lot of times napkins come and they're 2 or 3 ply, but I've already removed that. And this is a one-shot deal. So when you're ready to put your napkin down, you have to pretty much line it up where you want it and then go for it. And I'm going to gently now lay it in here. I'm using my thumb. We don't care about wrinkles. And I'm going to lay it down here. Okay. Make sure it gets in there. Make sure it fits in all the nooks and crannies. I'm bringing it over to the side. And then I'm going to gently pick up a little bit more Mod Podge. And now I'm going to put a top coat. And you want to do this gently. If your napkin gets too wet or you're too rough, you will tear it. Napkins and tissue paper are a little sensitive. You gotta be careful when you work with them. And I'm just putting this in here. Top coat, gentle. I don't care about the wrinkles. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put that one aside for now. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get my, this is my printout. It's going to fit really good. I'm just going to rip it a little bit so I don't have to play with this whole big piece of paper for now. So I lined up my shell on the back side and I'm giving it a rip. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab this shell I'm pretty sure you can get these. I mean, what can't you get on Amazon? I am fortunate enough to live by the water. So last year, APHFM and I just walked down to the coastline, the bay, the beach, and collected an entire bucket full. It was harder to scrub them clean than it was to collect them. Okay? And again, I'm just pressing down. I can use a little bit more pressure this time because I'm using this copy paper. Copy paper is a lot stronger. All right. So I can use a little bit more pressure and press it down. And then I'm going to give it a top coat. I'm not ripping off the excess yet because I want the excess. It's easier when it dries to rip off or sand off the excess. Okay. And then last but not least, I'm going to use the rice paper. This might show. I'm going to get a little bit of white paint. That's not it. Here it is. I'm going to get a little bit of white paint. This is where the oyster actually attaches to the shell. It makes this stain. Let me get a paintbrush. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to paint it white. Because my rice paper is thinner and because of the design, I want to tone down that mark in there where it attaches. Let me grab my heat gun and I'll give it a quick dry. It didn't matter for this one because I used copy paper and the copy paper is thick. It didn't matter for this one because even though it's a napkin and it's thin, my design is on the dark side. It may matter for this one because my main design here is my little white ghost. So I took white paint and covered over that mark there. Okay, a little shot with the heat gun. So sometimes, crafting is fun, but sometimes you have to make adjustments for your materials and your supplies. Okay, this is why we have YouTube. And this will be on my YouTube channel. Hey, YouTube world, how's it going? All right. So again, I should have ripped this off, but I didn't. So I'm just going to rip it now, make it a little bit smaller and manageable so I can see where I'm going to lay it. This is rice paper that I printed on. I want my ghost to be fairly in the center. If I pick it up, I can see where my ghost is. And now I'm taking my thumbs again and pressing down all around the rice paper. And I'm not concerned about wrinkles. Oh, the back came off. It's just the ribs on the back of my shell came off. I'm not concerned about wrinkles. The most important part is getting your design to line up where you want it. And again, now I'm putting a sealer coat of my Mod Podge on here. Okay, so we're going to do another 12 days of this. Some days I may just do one ornament. Some days I may do 3. I don't know. It depends on how big the ornament is. And today was day 1. So I wanted to spoil you guys a little bit. And plus I had to open the tray. So now I'm coming back. You can use scissors. You can use a little sanding block. You can use a finger sander. But because this is the napkin and the shell is rough, I'm just using my thumb and using the shell to rip the paper. Okay? So I'm just putting the paper against it. It's not completely dry, but it's almost dry. You want yours to be dry, but because we don't have the magic of television and I don't have 18 sets of shells sitting behind me where I can go like the cooking shows, you're just gonna have to bear with me. You might want to wait, maybe do this part and then come back the next day or later on and do the rest. Okay. We have that. I'm going to come to this one. This one's going to be a little bit harder. So I turn this one over and I'm pulling the paper against it. It's a little bit dry, but I'm pulling the paper against. I'm doing this one from the back. I ripped it. I put my finger in it. I'm doing this one from the back and I'm pulling the paper against the rough edge of the shell and getting it ripped. Okay. I put my finger on his little belly. So I'm just going to go in here and Mod Podge over that, get it to stick down. Okay. And then the same thing with this. This one's a little wet. So we're going to put this one aside. We'll work on these two. Okay. I need some metallic paint. You can use silver. You can use gold. You can use purple. You can use whatever you want. Actually, I might use purple first. That's a good idea. I'll get my purple paint. And then we can spruce it up with some glitter or some metallic paint if we want. I'm going to use this brush because it's already dirty. And I'm just going to come around and I'm dabbing on a border. Not too big. I'm hardly using the brush at all. And I'm going around and I'm just dabbing on a little bit of paint all around for the border. Oops. Okay. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. I'm gonna open my silver, which I don't know how much is in there, but we'll figure it out. We get a brush. This one. I got a little bit of silver in there. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. And I'm gonna go around the whole edge. But you may not be able to see it really well. I can. And this is silver metallic paint. It is called Sterling Silver from Folk Art Plaid. I'm just going to go around. You can go around these with glitter. I'm not big into glitter, but some are. You can put Mod Podge on the very edges of these or use glitter paint and put glitter around your entire shell. Totally up to you. Okay, so there's one, there's two. And we're going to get a little bit of ribbon. Let me dry these first. Dry this one too so we can work on this one. Aren't these cool, you guys? And so simple. So simple. I will update the description later. I have to pop the download in. So this is the download you're going to get with the other ones as well. And a supply sheet. And also, we have this extra download to get us started with the countdown. It's a paper chain, Halloween paper chain countdown. Over 30 pieces to make your paper chain. I'm going to be doing that, but I'm not going to be doing it on live, so you can look for that video. All right, now let's get a piece of ribbon from this trim bundle from Michael's. I want to do something opposite though, I think. Maybe I just use this little one. Well, this one's cute. Then I'll use this one. So I'm just going to make it big enough for a loop. I'm going to get my scissors and cut it. Turn this over. Get out my glue gun. Actually, yeah, I'll do it from the back. Put down my glue gun. And put my loop there. Okay. And here is the first ornament. I can get a little piece of this, which I think I'm going to do. This little tiny ribbon. I'm going to make 2 loops. Remember how we learned to tie our shoes back in the day? I'm going to make a little tiny bow. Pull it tight. Make my tails match. And then put the bow on the front. And there we have our first ornament. Isn't that cute? Let me get this little piece off of there. Right. Okay. All right. So that's one. I'm going to get this guy here. What can we use for this one? Use plain black maybe? And do the same thing. I'm going to cut this. This time I'm going to put it in the front. Come over here with my glue gun. Put a dollop of glue. And take my scissors because I don't want to burn my finger. And push down my ribbon for my hanger. And then we can do the same thing. We can make a little ribbon, little bow on here. Do I have another little thin one? Got some rickrack. Oh, I know what I can do. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that. So 3 pieces there. And then maybe a couple little pieces of this rickrack. Bring out some color. Make these the same length. Get a little piece of this green ribbon again. And tie these together. Two, 3, 4. Sometimes my little fingers, or actually I should say my fat fingers, sometimes my little fat fingers don't want to work. That one popped out. So I gotta do it over. Okay, there we go. Let me untie this. So we made one with the napkin. That's this one. Made one with the printable. That's this one. And then we made one with the printable, but we put the printable on rice paper. There we go. Okay. Actually, I'm going to pull this one up. Easy peasy. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to do this. Okay, and cut off these extra ends here. So there's one, and there's two, and now I'll do this. This one's pretty dry. It's got the rice paper on it. If you have a sanding block, you can get a sanding block. You can use scissors. I'm using the edge of the shell to cut the paper. I'm going to go all the way around. Pulling it against the shell. Okay, and there we have it. And then I'm going to get a piece of ribbon. That one I don't like. This one's kind of cool, huh? What do you think of that? I think I like that. So I'm just going to start gluing this ribbon all around the edge. I want the lace to stick off, so I'm not gluing it in. I'm only gluing it on the very edge. So I want to be able to see the lace. Curving it as I go. Let's pull this out. Whoa! That's why I pulled it out. I'm going to keep going around. I'm just doing a little bit at a time. You know, when you're working with hot glue, you don't want it to dry up. You got to scrape it off. It makes a big mound. I'm just doing maybe a ½ inch at a time. And then right up to the top. And let me get my scissors and cut it off. All right. So here we did the lace all around there. And this one. Let me get my glue strings off of there. And now we need a hanger for this one. And I want to use something different. I want to use something different. Should I use the orange? Maybe I will use the orange. I'll use a little piece of orange. Okay. Put this one down. I'm going to dovetail both ends of these. So you fold it to the inside and cut. Fold it to the inside and cut. Okay. Now I'm going to fold these over. Almost like a charity ribbon. And then I'm going to put a little dollop of glue there and add this on here. And there we have our third magazine, our third ornament. So we have the one ornament we did with the rice paper. Let me get my strings. The other ornament we did with the napkin. And then here we have from the copy paper from the printable. Let me turn you guys around. So thank you guys for joining me. Day one of 13 Halloween ornaments. I'm going to figure out what the deal is with this tree here. I got to return it and get a new one. It didn't come with a base, you guys. So I have to figure that out. So this one was from Target. I think it was $9, $10. And then this one is from Home Depot. Which I might just even keep this one. I like how this one is shiny. I might just keep this one, return this one, and not worry about the base. But we will start putting together our Halloween tree. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.